So somebody needs to hear this. I know somebody who needs to hear this. I know a whole bunch of somebodies, as a matter of fact, that need to hear exactly this. Proverbs 6, 16 through 20 are the 7 things the Lord hates. A lying tongue, a heart that devises wicked plans. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift to run to evil, a false witness who speaks lies, and one who sows discord among brothers. You ever met somebody that's just trying to create discord among brothers? They want to tell you all about the mistakes this guy made last summer, or 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, or 20 years ago. You know that neighbor down at the end? You know this family up here at the corner? Hey, that lady over there that stays at the homeless shelter? You know who I'm talking about? You ever met this guy? Have you ever met this girl? You know these people that showed up at the town meeting at the city hall? Do you know the people that these are the kind of people, they love to show up for the city hall meetings, for the community gatherings. You know what I'm saying? These are the kind of people, they love to stand up in front of the crowd, and they're going to tell you all about the mistakes that so-and-so made. You understand? You see where I'm going with this? These people love to sow discord among brothers and sisters. They fixing to tell you all the mistakes that she made back in the summer of 2009, or all the mistakes he made in 2014. You know what I mean? They want to talk all about everything that happened back in 2003, Let's shift to Proverbs 26, 20, and 21. This is a very, very critical verse right here. It says, "Where there is no wood, the fire goes out. And where there is no talebearer, strife ceases. As charcoal is to burning coals and wood to fire, so is a contentious man to kindle strife." Where there is no wood, the fire goes out. I got these stalkers that follow me all over the country, and they follow me all over the place, and usually they just poison stuff. Usually they just put drugs in my food, and or they'll put drugs in my mouth or chemicals in my mouth, or I'm not really here to talk about all of the things that they've been doing to me, because that's kind of a whole different subject in its own. But generally speaking, all they try to do really is stir up strife. That is precisely what they do. That's the reason they follow me around, is to turn people against people, to manipulate, to stir up strife among brothers and sisters. They follow me around, and they talk to everybody. They talk to the community. They like to talk to everybody and talk to these people and talk to those people and stir up strife. Let me read Proverbs 26, 20 through 21 one more time, just in case you missed it. Where there is no wood, the fire goes out. Where there is no talebearer, strife ceases. As charcoal is to burning coals and wood to fire, so is a contentious man to kindle strife. The thing is, 99% of the things I've ever done wrong in my life happened before I was 18. 99% of every mistake I ever made in my life happened before I was 18. And I've been paying the price ever since. In fact, the people that follow me around have committed like hundreds of felonies every single year since then against me. To say that they have committed 5,000 felonies is not an exaggeration. That is probably an understatement, and it's a fact. But they follow me around and they try and stir up strife. And the thing is, when I was, like, right when I turned 18, I was on probation for something that happened when I was 19. I was on probation for something that happened when I was 18. And for the first 8 years of my adult life, basically all I did is work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep. That's it. That's all I did. Work and sleep. Never broke a single law, like didn't do anything wrong. Well, no, I should actually that would be a lie. For the most part, like, I wasn't out causing problems. You know what I mean? That's technically I probably broke a few laws, but realistically, I didn't cause a single problem for anybody. I wasn't like out victimizing people. I wasn't out causing problems. I wasn't out messing with people, bothering nobody, I've tried to, for my entire adult life, just tried to not piss anybody off, not step on anybody's toes, not create any enemies, not do anything wrong. And that's a pattern. And so I was on probation for 8 years. And when I got off probation, I lived in Arizona for like 1 more year after that before I took off, and basically I just wanted to get a fresh start. I just spent 8 years digging myself out of a hole for something that I did when I was a teenager, right when I was 18. And I just wanted to straighten my life out. I wanted to get a fresh start. I had a good work ethic. I had learned quite a few skills at that point, and I was trying to get caught up at that particular time. I wasn't very far behind on my child support, and so all I wanted to do was get caught up on my child support. And I had a pretty decent little pickup truck, and I just wanted to find some kind of a janitor job or some kind of a minimum wage landscaping, and just live out of my pickup truck. And on my days off, just go to the gym. I had a gym membership so I could take showers. I just wanted to live a peaceful, like back when I was still on probation. That's when I first started studying the Bible, and I worked for a guy that was very intertwined in his church, and so, every night when I got off work, I would go home and study the Bible for an hour or two, and each night, and I really was making a conscious effort to imply that into my life, and to take that into my, what is the right word for it? To apply that to my life, right? And after that, though, a whole bunch of stuff I left Arizona, and like people just totally, oh my gosh, it was just the worst time of my life for like the next 5 years after that. And anyways, at this point, I've been an adult for like 14 years, and this goes along with a lot of the stuff I was saying in that other video about people will, the problem isn't when the boat gets in the water. The problem is when the water gets in the boat. Other people, they're like, well, you're doing something good. Well, you're doing the right thing. Well, you're going to church, you're studying the Bible. We, as your enemy, don't want to see that for you, because if you keep this up, your life's going to get better. That's they wouldn't attack something that wasn't valuable. And so they did everything they possibly could to just throw that off course, and to, and they attacked, and, the devil uses people like them to just, totally destroy and cause all kinds of problems. They want, the devil wants you to lose your faith. They want you to change the course. When you're on the right track, if you have ever had an enemy in your life, if you've ever done anything wrong for any reason, they want to throw you off course. They do not want you to continue doing right. You see, they're gonna do, and some people will, and it's not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do, but they'll do it anyways. Oh yeah, they'll do it anyways. Put your faith in God, but don't put your faith in men. Some of these people, I know what they be up to, you know. They know what they're doing is wrong, and they do it anyways. That doesn't stop them. But it's important not to let that get into your head. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that where there is no wood, the fire goes out. If somebody's not causing any problems, if they're not bothering nobody, if they're not victimizing someone, if they're not out, if they're not out shoplifting and stealing and causing problems, and if they're not breaking stuff, if they're not bothering nobody, if they're not doing anything wrong, leave them alone. I mean, if they're not causing problems, what is the problem? The problem is not them, obviously. The problem is that people are trying to find some angle to come at their enemy to cause new problems. They're trying to fabricate problems out of thin air in an environment where there otherwise wouldn't be any. You know, I've never poisoned anybody. I've never drugged somebody. I've never put drugs in somebody's mouth while they were sleeping. I've never put drugs in somebody's drink when they weren't looking. I've never put drugs in somebody's cough medicine. I've never put antifreeze in somebody's drink. I've never put muriatic acid in somebody's water bottle. I've never put poop in somebody's sandwich. All of which are true stories, by the way. And you know, these are just some of the thousands and thousands and thousands of things that they've been doing to me for the last 15 years. But I've never done any of those things to anybody ever before in my entire life for as long as I've been alive. So, understanding that, if somebody is not causing a problem, then what is the problem? There isn't one unless you're trying to create one, and then that's a totally separate problem in and of itself. But it's not the right thing to do. Everything that they've been doing is not the right thing to do. It says, do not repay evil for evil. It says, if I highly recommend you pick up the book. Get your hands on a King James Bible and start reading. Start reading about what does it say about your situation. What does it say about dealing with an enemy? What does it say about having a family? What does it say about dealing with a contentious person? What does it say about whatever your situation is? Pick up a Bible and start reading. Just Google. Everybody's got a smartphone. Just Google. What does the Bible say about this? What does the Bible say about that? Just And you'd be surprised. You might be surprised. And then ask yourself, read what it says and then ask yourself, is that what I'm doing?